And we are live here on Monday night for some Fast Track Cup Series action. It's race number 12 of the 2026 season. We are just a third of the way through after tonight's running of the Watkins Glen 122 here at Watkins Glen, New York. Of course, the road course race here coming up here. I believe this is our second road course race on the season. Looking forward to a fun one here. This racetrack is probably one of my favorite road courses out there in NASCAR or in any kind of racing. I've been to the 6 Hour multiple times here for IMSA. Just a great facility all around. Of course, a crown jewel, some would argue, is this racetrack right here. But we welcome you to tonight's broadcast. Of course, Dawson Allen on the call as always, and I'll have Enrique Glen joining me, I believe, here shortly. I believe, not sure. But as we are live here at Watkins Glen, we got about 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in practice. And I think we're going to have a pretty fun battle for the win here tonight. Tyler Marble is a 3-time winner at this track. Quentin Clark is fast as well, but Marcus Emerson is also a really good road course racer. I think this is going to be a very interesting battle between these three drivers as the night progresses. And it's going to be fun. Just keep tabs on all race long and how these three run. Kind of in the same vein as we had last night. Yesterday, I should say, pardon me. In the NASCAR Cup Series race, as it was a very interesting battle as it went on, but, you know, we'll see how it all plays out here tonight. So we'll get our graphics pulled up and ready to go. We got 48 seconds to go, 10 minutes for qualifying. Of course, road courses have a little bit longer qualifying times, gives them more time to get their laps in, and more time to just get ready to run here, turning left and turning right. Like I said, this is our second trip to a road course here this season. The first trip, of course, was race number 3 of the season. We went out to Circuit of the Americas. That race was dominated by Roger Rios Matias in the 1 car. He's currently 7th fastest in the 1 machine tonight, looking to see if he can make up for some lost ground after a couple bad runs the past couple weeks. Looking to make up for it and pick up the win here tonight and get another road course win under his belt. Bad. Last couple races have not been kind to him. Last 3 races, 25th, 17th, 23rd for the driver of the 1. See if he can turn it around here tonight. But that'll do it for practice. Marcus Emerson is fastest. Expect him to be the factor here tonight. Showing up and running this race, part-time driver. We'll see how he does. But now we're going to head out onto track and focus on some qualifying. Like I said, 10 minutes for qualifying for these drivers. A little extra time. And qualifying at a road course, I think, is probably the hardest thing you can do on this service. Racing is one thing, but qualifying means you have to have a perfect lap. No incident points. You can't clip the grass. You can't go off course. You can't hit the wall. You can't lose control. You have to be perfect. That means also giving up some time in some of these corners, like right here in the bus stop. Some guys are really aggressive on the bus stop in practice. Can't do that in qualifying, or else you're going to risk running off the track right there and losing your time. But right now we're tracking the Musso missile, Jacob Musso. Actually, we're right on board with him for this qualifying run. I feel like that's the best thing to do here in road courses, to kind of watch somebody qualify it. See just how close they get to that wall right there. That's going to be a key contention point tonight as this race goes on. And something that you won't see, the same as we saw yesterday in the Cup Series, is turn 1 right here. You can run all the way off if you want to. I don't think Musso wanted to. I don't think he meant to, but he did, and you have that opportunity. We don't have tire packs there blocking the way. No, you can run all the way out there as far wide as you want through the exit of turn number 1. Through the S's down the backstretch. Hard braking here to get into the bus stop. A very, very key corner of this racetrack, I would say, is this section right here, the bus stop into the carousel. You have to be perfect in these sections if you want to try to win this race. These are going to be the key points right there. Getting off of the carousel, coming into what should be turn 6, and then turn number 7. to close out a lap here at Watkins Glen International. Riding on board with Musso as he makes his way towards that final turn. Turn number 7, the right-hand turn. Under the Go Bowling Bridge and down to the front straightaway. That'll start finish line where he'll set his first lap time. Get out of the onboard here. It's a minute 9.898 for Musso. Fastest of the drivers that are set lap time so far. Looking to see if that second lap can be an improvement. Falls to 4th fastest after Quentin Clark, Jeff Marble, and Jared Bundy jump him with their lap times. Tyler Marble second fastest now. Rodriguez Matias is 3rd fastest. As more drivers completing their laps. Zero stripe on the second lap. It's an improvement. 109.217 goes 4th fastest for the number 95 machine. So we'll cut back now to the guy who was fastest in practice. See if he can become fastest in qualifying as well. It's Marcus Emerson. Emerson, a winner earlier this season. Picking up the win back at Martinsville. Mentioned very part-time, only run. Well, he's missed 2 races, I should say, or a couple races, I should say. This season, as he makes his way on the up to the S's now, I should say. Coming off a 5th place finish last race at Texas. He started on the pole there. He's looking to see if he can go back-to-back with pole positions here tonight. And he's got the speed too. He has definitely got the capability of getting the pole here yet again. Just got to be perfect at the bus stop. No incidents, or else it'll kill the lap entirely. Out of the carousel, heading down for 6 and 7. And we'll see if he's got a lap that can contend with Tyler Marble. A 108.508 is the time to beat. Quentin Clark got a 5.68. What does Emerson get on his first lap? It's going to be a 108.318. 285 actually, an update there. At the end, he will take the pole position away from Tyler Marble by just about 0.2 of a second. A blazing fast lap by the number 22, and he's going to see if he can get it a little bit faster on lap number 2. He'll slide in the carousel. He's not going to worry about a lap time now. He's got the pole. Nothing to worry about now. We'll go back to Joshua Johnson. Jake Hickson is also on track setting a lap time, but for the last 2, I think, that are out running for the pole. Or at least on track right now. This will be Johnson's first time lap. It's a minute 19.630, which will be the slowest time. I think he's just kind of getting a feel for the track and getting a qualifying lap in. Jake Hickson jumped to 14th fastest on his lap. Makes his way off turn 7. This lap time post will be a minute 11:045. It should be good for 23rd fastest. And Jake Hickson jumped 7th fastest on the board. So that will pretty much do it for qualifying. Nobody else is going out on track to qualify. So we'll take a quick step away, quick break, ad break, and when we come back, we'll have your starting lineup for tonight's running of the Watkins Glen 122. So we are back here with just about 7 seconds to go before we get our grid ready to go and ready to go racing. One of the best time to drop frames was right there during an ad rather than during the action. Checkered flag will fly here in qualifying. Our field is set and ready to go racing. Let's get ready to show you who is running in this race, where they qualified and where they'll be starting as the green flag will fly in very short time. I'm already stumbling over my words. This is not good. Anyways. Starting on the pole position, it is Mr. Marcus Emerson, fastest in practice. He's got Kyler Marble, 3-time winner here. He was outside. Quentin Clark starting in 3rd, with Roger Rios Matias, your Coda winner, starting in 4th. Taya Polito back in 5th. Jacob Musso will start in 6th. Jake Hickson with a good run. He starts in 7th. Jeff Marble to his outside. You got Jared Bundy and Jeff Shutt rounding out the top 10. 11th starting spot goes to Albert Williams, with Kyle Oakley to his outside. Tracy Powers and Bill Benedict make up row 7. Row 8, Wayne Grassi and Andrew Moore Jr. Thomas O'Hara and TJ Bartle together in row 9, and rounding up the top 20, it's Brandon Saylor and Ryan Haynes. Starting in 21st is Brian Conklin with Cody Matthews on his outside. You got Joshua Johnson with Jeffrey Souza. They're in row 12. Row 13, Andrew Russo and Alan Bajari. You got Andrew Nieder and James Wallace together in row 14. And the top 30 rounded out by, looks like, Michael Mueller and Brian Dougal. And last in the field, starting 31st, it is the 64. That is Glenn Grigsby. Thurman cars ready to roll here at Watkins Glen. We have a fun race, I think, lying in wait for you here tonight. Stage coming at lap 25. Of course, it's a 50-lap race tonight, so nothing too crazy lengthwise. We'll see how things shake out. We'll take a look at your point standings and the schedule ahead as we look into the future now. You can see right there, Quentin Clark, your points that are just barely over Tyler Marble, who's cutting into that gap. Same with Taya Polito, all right there, not too far off that 94 machine here coming in to Watkins Glen. Next week, the Dover All-Star Race runs for the FastTrack Cup Series. You got Charlotte right after that. The 600 is that weekend. We're running the 300 here at Charlotte. Then we got Nashville, Michigan, Pocono. You can see the rest of the schedule coming up here for this field in the next few weeks or so. Looking forward to that Charlotte race. That one should be a lot of fun. Of course, next week the All-Star race is the last race. Anybody that's not qualified for the All-Star race, they can qualify in with a win here tonight. And we'll see how everybody fares and shakes out in this one here as the field is a-rolling through the S's now. So as we see this field coming up, going towards the back straightaway now. Of course, racing is such a fun discipline. Something I'm not good at. I'm very much not good at it. But it's a lot of fun to watch. Especially fun when you got somebody that knows how to make it work and how it makes it magical. And I think we got a good crop of drivers that can do just that here tonight. So as they pace their way around the carousel now, Marcus Emerson, Tyler Marble, both looking for their second wins of the season, as is Quentin Clark, as is Roger Rio Matthias. Only driver to score 2 wins on the season. He won back-to-back the last 2 races we've run. That being the driver, the number 8, Danny Gutierrez. He's not here tonight, but he was the winner at Talladega, and then last week at Texas. He's looking to see if he can pick it back up where he left off when he comes back next week. I would assume at the All-Star race, or maybe even when he comes back at the Charlotte race, the Ron Tonkin 300. We'll see how it all pans out. But tonight, we got a lot of drivers chasing their second win of the season. Some drivers may be looking for win 1 on the season. We'll see how it all fares in 50 laps here as the pace car will take that hard right turn towards pit lane. That'll leave Marcus Emerson, Tyler Marble heading for the start-finish line, for the restart zone, for the green flag. And when it waves, we'll be racing at Watkins Glen. Lap number 1. Pardon me for that. Lap number 1. Marcus Emerson took the race lead. Everybody kind of got sorted out very quickly as this race went green, making sure they didn't want to put themselves in a predicament they didn't want to be a part of as we've gone single file, making our way around the track right now. So this field is making their way around the track now. We got problems in the back. Ryan Haynes and Brian Dubel both heavily damaged here. Jump back and see what happened. Unlike Fox, we'll go back and see if something happened out back in this field. But you can see heavy damage. Oh, it looks like they wrecked right here in the final corners right there. There's Ryan Haynes getting loose. Makes it turn 6 back to the track. And he tried to get out of the way, and Double just nowhere to go. Gets into him. These two drivers out of it pretty much now. Andrew Russo has heavy damage on the front end as well. A pressure for the lead already coming to lap number 4. Tyler Marble is right there on the back of Marcus Emerson's bumper. You can see already the gap these top 3 have put on Ty Ippolito in 4th. That's what we're right on board with Ippolito, and you can just see how far these leaders have already checked out from this field. Ippolito in 4th. He's got Roger Reese-Matthias right there on his back bumper. Bit of a gap to Jake Hickson. Bit of a gap to Jacob Musa. Bit of a gap to Jeff Marble. And then Jared Bundy and Albert Williams running at the top 10. And they've got a 4-second gap over 11th place Tracy Powers. There's a lot of gaps from the back of the field. And then there's some big gaggles of cars like this group right here. All tight and tucked together. Separated by too much. Michael Mueller making a move on TJ Bartle. To the inside he'll go. And he'll take the position away. That was a battle for 17th place on the racetrack. And now Mueller going for both. At least he gets by Benedict. Will he get by Shutt as well? No. He sends it for 16th and quickly making moves is the 99, trying to fight back through this field. After starting in 28th, up 12 spots already to 16th. Of course, that's going to be your biggest mover of the race. He was fast in practice. Didn't get a good qualifying lap in. Can he put together a race that can get him towards the front and get him a good finish? Signs right now point to yes. Oh, Jeff Shutt misses the entry of the bus stop. He'll serve a slowdown penalty here. And as he woes it up, he'll lose some spots here. But right up front, the battle for the lead. Marble still right there on Emerson's back bumper. As they're heading for turn number 1, Emerson has the lead. Marble still stalking him right in his tire tracks. Making their way onto the back straightaway. Of course, this camera goes right into the trees, because why wouldn't it? Maybe we'll be back. Hopefully we'll be back. Can we come back? No, yes, maybe so. I think we've just been kicked from the session. I don't know if the stream is still live. Even if it is, it keeps showing like it's dropping a ton of frames. No, we're back. We're in the session still. Somehow we're still in the session. Lead is still held by Emerson. Marble's still right there. Clark is still right there in 3rd. Ippolito distant 4th. Excuse me. Somehow we're back. Oh no! Roger Reese-Matthias is wrecked at the bus stop! Trying to get to Jake Hickson. Oh, he just lost at the bus stop. Overcorrected. Heavy contact with the inside wall, the outside wall, I guess. And that'll bring his night to a close on lap number 7. As the leaders go by pit lane, Marble still all over the back bumper of Emerson. Matthias will not go back-to-back on the road courses this season. But the road courses, we stay green. Leaders lapping Andrew Russo in the 41. Tyler Marble trying to find any way he can around Emerson right now. He wants to get to the lead. Clark still watching on from the background in 3rd place. Marble has been all over Emerson. I think he wants to try to force a mistake out of this 22 to get the race lead. Well, the battle for the lead keeps happening. Another guy keeps making forward progress. Michael Miller is up to the top 10. The 99 has some great speed. Carrying some really rock-solid pace, but he's now got 7 seconds to the next car. Back up front, Marble. Still all over the back of Marcus Emerson, trying to find a way to make a move for the race lead. Just hearing this. The inputs, the throttle, the brake, the shifting. I love hearing this kind of stuff when drivers are running. Especially drivers like this that are so good at what they're doing. And it's like a symphony, in a way. Working in perfect harmony. Man and machine. Well, man and virtual machine, I guess. To put together these laps to try and track down your race leader, Marcus Emerson, who's still holding on. Still close battle for second, nose to tail. 3rd place is still Quentin Clark. He's still here. He's not out. He's not far off the battle. He's about a second off this group. Really just kind of running his own race. Just waiting for these two to maybe make a mistake or take each other out so he can just swing by and take the win for himself. They are about 5 seconds ahead of Ty Ippolito right now in 3rd. And I mentioned in practice, these 3 were really going to be the ones battling for the win. And as of right now, it looks like it. They are the ones right there with each other. As Brandon Saylor sent it into turn 1 and get by Wayne Grossi back here in 12th place. Quick jump back and show you that one. That was an impressive send by the 24 to the inside. Shoots it down there. Slam the brakes. Make the corner. Good pass there by Saylor to get up into 12th place. Michael Mueller, of course, mentioned he is back there in 10th. He's cutting into that gap that Albert Williams had. He is now only about 4.7 seconds back to the next car ahead of him, the 81 car of Albert Williams, who's then got a gap ahead. A bit of a gap to Jared Bundy, who's got a gap to Jeff Marble, and so on and so forth. But again, 5.7 seconds separates fourth from 3rd. And it's under a second for the battle for the lead between the top 3 cars. Clark is starting to reel back in these two, not letting him get too far ahead. He wants to stay in this battle just in case anything happens. Or at the very least, so he can take a chance and try to win the race. Or take the lead at any point. If I'm Tyler Marble, I'm going to have to be thinking about something soon because that 94 is closing in on this battle. And there he goes to the inside to the carousel. Gets a run off the bus stop. What a move there for the 48. Can he clear for the race lead? Not quite. Emerson's still right there on his door for a second. Now Marble clears for the top spot. Tyler Marble to the lead through a miraculously perfect bus stop. He gets by on the carousel and now looks to see if he can check on out with this lead. What a pass over in the bus stop. See if I can get a better camera angle than that one. Just about a perfect bus stop that you could ask for. Charges into it there. Gets right there on the right side of the 22. Gets in the preferred lane of the carousel. Takes it. And takes the race lead away from Marcus Emerson. Now for about 4/10 back in losing time to our race leader. And you can see how much he can charge the bus stop. Just trying to put more time between himself and Marcus Emerson. Mentioned Quentin Clark just kind of hanging out there in third as of right now. We're back out of battle. Cars right here. Grossi, O'Hara, Niedert, Bartle all kind of right here, all tucked up together. It's a battle for 13th place right now on the racetrack. See O'Hara gets by, so does Niedert. They're both going side by side here on the front stretch. Niedert will take advantage and hold on to 13th now over these three drivers. Ippolito dropping time to the leaders ahead of him. 7 seconds back now of the top three drivers. O'Hara still got a tight battle behind him. Really just kind of calm and collected. A lot of these drivers are. Now, continuing on here, we're at lap 15. Tyler Marble now stretching this race lead by almost a second now over Mr. Marcus Emerson. Clark still about a second behind Emerson. So it's about 2 seconds separating the top three drivers. Second each. First, second, second, third. Tyler Marble coming to lap 16 now. Continuing to push, trying to charge forward and keep putting time between himself and Marcus Emerson. They both are gapping Quentin Clark pretty good right now. Clark now a second and a half back of Emerson. Almost 3 seconds back now of race leader Tyler Marble. But of course, you know, stage is coming at lap 25. There shouldn't be a caution for that, as far as I'm aware. But pit stops will become a factor in this race. Only should have to take one pit stop. Shouldn't be a multiple stop race. Should just be one and done. But it's still going to come down to that. You know, your pit stop is going to mean oh so much in this race. It can make or break it if you're one of these guys up front. And the last thing you want to do is throw your race away on a bad stop. Looking back, Michael Mueller has caught up to Albert Williams now in the number 81 machine, running in 9th place. But he's got the 99 on his tail, giving chase for that 9th place spot. See the kind of run Mueller gets off of turn 1. He's able to carry that kind of run all the way to the backstretch. Just a great handling, great control of his car. Coming to the bus stop, trying to chase down this 81 car. Trying to add another spot and keep moving forward. No, not a good qualifying effort, but can still get a good finish out of this race tonight. He's got plenty of pace. He is sure using it. He's the only driver, one of the few drivers, able to put together really good lap times comparative to the leader. So we're blinking out again, reappearing. We're good still. Not sure why we keep dropping. It's getting really annoying to keep dropping like this. He'll get by and pass the 81. Now he's sights on Jared Bundy, who's about 3 seconds ahead of him now, who he himself has caught Jeff Marble. We've gone from the field being kind of tight together in certain spots to being completely spread out. Enough to where now we can change it from... Oh, wrecked car. Oh, my goodness. Terrible spot to be wrecked right there for a second was James Wallace. This was up at the top of the S's. I believe actually might have been in the carousel or the 67 car. See, it's the same thing that happened just about, man, oh man. Same thing that happened to Roger Reeves Matthias just over at the exit of the bus stop. He wound up by the carousel. Got towed out of the way, but still hard hit. And out now goes our Daytona winner here at Watkins Glen. We'll put the interval up now for the field, though, as things run. Of course, big difference. You can see gaps between drivers as Jacob Musso making ground up on Ty Ippolito for 4th. So we're just about 6 laps away from the stage. We're trying to hold off at number 95. You got Jeff Marble trying to fight Jared Bundy off as well, who's right there closing in on him. We just kind of had to point out with how spread out this is getting, how kind of calmed down the drivers are in this field, and how spread out we are. It's really getting to a point now just counting down to the stage and counting down to when we see pit stops. I don't imagine many people are going to take that risk on the pit stops and not take tires, not take fuel, or not take stage points, I should say, that are in the top 10. They're going to ride it out for the stage, I'd imagine. They're not going to try to flip it or anything, just short pit. I think everybody's going to run to the stage. As far as I know, there's no caution, but there very well could be that I just didn't know about. Of course, if there is a stage caution, that would just completely drop any strategy out of this race entirely. So I'd be shocked if they did a stage caution. I don't imagine I think it's just going to be points awarded on lap 25, I imagine. Which is going to make this battle for fourth matter. Ippolito trying to hold off Musso. 4 stage points coming to lap 22 this time. Back, Brandon Taylor got by Andrew Niedert, 13th. Just the gaps continue to build now throughout this field as everybody's just kind of running their own race. Not really much to talk about now, as most we have is Tyler Marble, getting into lap traffic. Right there, he's catching, I believe that's Jeffrey Souza in the 96. So quickly cut to the inside of the 96, and he'll get by. 96 let him by, and so he will lap that car. Put the 22 car a lap down. Just kind of riding to the stage. Most we got battle coming up here. Michael Mueller catching Jared Bundy and Jeff Marble. See if he can get them both and get to 7th place before the stage caution is displayed. Oh, slide there in the exit of turn 1. Now he'll just have to settle for 9th at best. He was catching those two. Quickly going to lose time. Almost 2 seconds back now with those two drivers. Lucky he did not wreck it there. But what a save. Closest battle happening is the battle for 7th with just about 2 to go in the stage. Jeff Marble looking to hold off Jared Bundy. Ippolito's got about a 3/4 second gap over Jacob Musso. I called it a 3/4 second. What are you gonna do about it? 7/10, 8/10, about that time, and he's gaining time now, about a second difference between the 19 and the 95. We start to slowly drop off. You see Bundy right there with Marble. Can he find a way to make the move? Bundy thinking about it. He'll think better of it. Stay in line. But he is right there. And he can pounce for that 7th place spot, for that extra point. Jeff Marble's had a very kind of rocky start to the season. It's not been great, not been bad by any means, but it's definitely not been the best that it could be. He's looking to see if he can pull back in and get some better runs going out of it. Just kind of looking at his stats this season. It's been kind of rocky getting through the last couple weeks, but he still managed to get a couple top 5 finishes. Of course, the podium finishes back-to-back at Darlington, And then in Martinsville, the all-time interview with him after that Martinsville race. If you didn't watch that interview, I wouldn't say to watch the Martinsville race, but I would say definitely go back and catch the interview that Jeff Marble gave at the conclusion of that one. It was very, very spicy, to say the least. So definitely want to tune in to hear that one back in Martinsville. But he is currently holding strong at 7th, looking for 4 stage points. Talking about the point standings in this season coming into tonight. They mentioned Quentin Clark being the leader in points. Jeffrey Marble is tied for 4th with Gutierrez, who was the winner last week. So just looking to keep getting more points, keep building on that. Jared Bundy is 11th right now. Of course, top 16 make it to the chase, just like in real life. So you're trying to be top 16 in points. Bundy is not super far ahead of that cut line. Only about plus 86, plus 64 is where he's rocking at right now. But I mean, not safe by any means, but it's not as bad as it could be, I guess is the best way to put it for the 3-car in his situation. Someone who's not going to be happy about it, Roger Rios Matthias with this DNF tonight, finishing way back in 30th. He was only 47th with the cut line entering tonight, and some of those drivers he's racing against are just having some decent runs out here. So not what you want to see if you're the driver of the one. But Tyler Marble has won the stage, and he'll pit now after winning the stage, after I've rambled on about everything else, other than talking about him winning the stage. So, yeah, I can understand, I can feel the frustration from Roger after that one. As much as he said wanting to punch a hole through his monitor, I can feel that and I can believe that. But pit stop's happening here. Cars are coming down pit road now. The Marbles, Tyler and Jeff, as well as Quentin Clark, have come down pit lane. Marcus Emerson stayed out for the lap. He's catching up to the driver of the number 90, Bill Benedict, one of those drivers that's on that cut line. He's 14 points back of Brian Dubel, and of course, Brian Dubel had the issues earlier as well. He's had to stay out and soldier on. He got the damage fixed. He's back out on track. He's 26th place. He's 9 laps down, but he's got a position to make right now when he comes across the stripe. And he'll have another position because Josh Johnson is also on pit lane on this same lap. So this will be 2 spots for Brian Dubel to try to just keep holding strong near the cut line. These are valuable points to get here for this 87, just staying out there, running these laps, doing anything he can. He's gone from finishing likely 29th or 30th to now he's scored 24th. So it's all about, just that attrition, just, getting back out there after you wreck and keeping going. So a shout out to that for Brian Dubel, as his competition, Bill Benedict, is on pit lane right now. Benedict is currently scored in 21st, not far ahead of Dubel. So Dubel doing what he's doing, it's going to likely lock him a spot still, staying above the cut line, exiting tonight's race. So just a shout out to that, and all around, just shout out to him for what he's done so far tonight, getting back out there and continuing to log these laps. Because that's the thing, when you're 9 laps down, it is so hard to motivate yourself to say, yeah, I need to go back out there, I need to keep turning laps. It is so difficult to convince yourself, man, why am I still running? Is like there was smoke up ahead for a second. It's Brandon Saylor in a really bad spot there in front of Jay Hickson, the race leader. I think Saylor might have had a moment there. Bill Benedict got a black flag. I think he might have sped. That's going to be a terrible break for the 90 car. Just checking back to see what happened to the 24. It looked like he might have spun at the top of the S's. Oh, he did. Caught the inside wall. Not too terrible, but he came back up the track right in front of the race leader, Jake Hickson. And that was battling back with the 3 of Jared Bundy, I should say. Hickson and Bundy still have yet to come to pit lane. Hickson's coming this time. Bundy should be staying out actually for an extra lap. So interesting call there. But Tyler Marble has a 4.2 second gap over Marcus Emerson. He's got a 4.2 second gap himself over Quentin Clark. Man, just you can see how pitting early was the call for these drivers to make. The earlier to pit, the better. But, of course, Marble, God, he's just so good at this track. 3 of the 5 races run here have been won by this 48. He's looking to make it 4 of 6 in his SVG era, if you will. Just rolling out here, continuing to put A little bit of belt behind, if you will. So we still got 2 drivers to pit. It's Jared Bundy and Albert Williams, the 3 and the 81, the first 2 cars on track right now. And then once they pit, it will complete our pit cycle for the most part of the lead lap cars and get us cycle back through to getting Tyler Marble back into the race lead. Looks like Bundy's going to stay out another lap. And is Albert Williams, but they are not too far ahead of race leader Tyler Marble. I imagine just running long, wanting these guys on the fresher tires to make more mistakes, to keep screwing up or anything like that, to give themselves a chance to get some more spots when they go back out there. So Michael Mueller has caught Jake Hickson. And he'll cut to the inside. These two both have already pit. Andrew Moore Jr. finally coming to pit road. 99. Driver's right, entering turn 1. He'll take the spot. Hickson going to try to cross him over. Back down on driver's right. Hickson holds strong in 9th. Great crossover move by that number 16 machine. Hickson holds on. This looks like we got a pit stop. Albert Williams on pit lane. We'll cut back to Hickson and Mueller. Yes, battle between these two. Moving up some more. Mueller. Bad moment there. He's dropped way back. Albert Williams still on pit lane. He's back to 7th now. See a car blown up on the pit lane. Is that Alan Pajari? Indeed it is. Heavy damage to the 34 and blowing up. This happened a while ago for this 34 car. See if we can see what happened. This is at lap 15. Shows you how much I've been paying attention to cars in the car. Well, he's already got heavy damage. Wait, where did he get this? Did he get it through the S's? It looks like he... Oh, no, he got out of the front stretch. Oh, big hit there. This was on lap 15 a while ago in this race. That's when he wrecked. And then we'll go back and see what happened to Joshua Johnson in the 57 car. This is what ended his night here at Watkins Glen. And it looks like it might be the same thing that happened. Yeah, the same that happened to James Wallace. Hit the bus stop, shot into that inside wall. Killed his race. Johnson, of course, is out of it. So we've lost the YouTube stream, it looks like, a little bit. I think we're going to be losing iRacing. Now we're back. I don't know if we're back on YouTube, but we're back on iRacing. Tyler Marble continues to lead here, coming around this next time by should be with 18 laps to go when we get to the start-finish line. It's been a calm, cool, and collected day for Tyler Marble so far. Did not start on the pole position. He ended up having to come back from starting in, I think, second, excuse me. Marcus Emerson won the pole. But it didn't matter. Marble took the race lead, and when he got it, he never looked back. And just needs to have a couple good laps. He doesn't have to worry about great laps anymore. He just needs to have good laps to get to the end of this one. But it ain't over by any means. There's still 18 laps to go. Anything can happen. All it takes is one wrong move by a driver, one mistake by somebody, one slip up, one anything. And he's done. If you are a BRN viewer, you have seen it before. At this racetrack, too, Watkins Glen has played host to a mistake happening like that. Lap car slams the inside wall through the S's. Coming to 2 to go. The leader hits him and takes himself out. Wrecks out of the race. Doesn't win the race. He finished second somehow, but still. Brandon Sailor, however, doesn't want to be the lap car that does that. He lets the 48 go by. Tyler Morrill blinks in and out. Jeff Shutter, I believe, is finally coming to pit lane this time. The only other driver that needs to pit is Cody Matthews in the 10 car. The last 2 cars to have to pit. Five-second lead now for Tyler Marble over Marcus Emerson. Mueller has caught back up to Jake Hickson, who is not far off of Jeff Marble. That would be for 6th place if they get it. Across the stripe here, just continuing to battle out back, but Tyler Marble is in the midst of lap traffic. He's just quickly dicing through. They're letting him go. Not really putting up too much of a fight. Not trying to hold him up or anything like that. So they'll let him go and let him have it. Of course, mentioned it earlier this season when he won. Tyler Marble picked up his 30th win of his career not long ago. This season. And that was a couple weeks ago at Bristol. That was career win number 30. And so tonight won't be a milestone number. It'll continue to grow as the winningest driver here in the Fast Track Cup Series. But like I said, he's just been so dominant here. But we crossed the stripe that last time by. As we're talking about it, it's the 15 to go, presented by 72diecast.com. For all your new and used diecast needs, you want new pre-order diecast coming in? Like, say, for example, you want to pre-order the race wins from Shane Van Gisbergen, or maybe you want to order Connor Zilich's Xfinity Series Triumph that he got Saturday, or maybe you're a collector of first-time winners and you're looking for Caden Honeycutt's first career win diecast that came this past Friday at Watkins, Glen. Well, you can pre-order them at 72diecast.com. Or if maybe you're looking for some older stock, some cooler cars from past years gone by, check out 72diecast on eBay for all of your diecast needs. At 72diecast.com, use promo code, not really, there's no promo code, just shout out to my buddy Dale and 72diecast. So it's 14 laps to go. Battle is on for 6th. Jeff Marble is going to try to hang on over Jake Hickson, over Michael Mueller. We're both right there. Mueller has been throwing it in there like crazy. He has been sliding around, and he has been struggling to keep up with it. He is just continuing to get right there and then lose time, but you know who hasn't? Jake Hickson. He's still right there on the back of that 15. This is for 6th place on the racetrack right now as they continue down the front stretch. Marble holds strong. Can he continue to hold strong, or will the 16 or 99 get by him here at the end of this race? Oh my God, Mueller pushing it so close to that wall on the exit of turn 1. Pushes it close, but he's able to keep the car off of it. As these three cars all right here under a blanket now. This Marble's held up Hickson enough to let Mueller catch back up and be a factor. As these three are going to battle out for 6 with 13 coming to 12 laps to go. So Marble just looks to hold on for a 6th place finish. Mueller pushing on Hickson, trying to get by that number 16. Just again, so wide through turn 1. Something you couldn't have done in real life, you can do here. And that's what Mueller, he's doing. He's using all of the racetrack that he can, that he's allowed to. He paid the money for this racetrack. He might as well be allowed to use all of it. Trying to get to that number 16 car. Trying to get to 7th. Trying to keep improving his position to see if he can't get the best finish possible. There's a lap car having problems. Cody Matthews through the grass up ahead. Everybody takes evasive action on the 10 car. The worst case of it there for the 99 who gets stuck on his outside there at the last moment. TJ Bartle gets by Tracy Powers through turn 1 for 12. Mueller's still right there, not giving in, not backing down. Got by Hickson, now chasing Marbles. We got a car on pit lane. Albert Williams. Damage to the front of the 81 car. It's going to likely end his night and push him further back. You want update on the cars that have been damaged and running laps here at the end of this race. There's a shot for another spot. So Brian Dubel in the 87 had a wreck earlier with Ryan Haynes. They're both back on the racetrack. Dubel is up to 24th. Haynes is 3 laps further behind in 25th. But there's another car that's off the track. That is Brian Conklin. He had an issue, it looks like, at some point. I'll have to see if it has any kind of mention of it. I see where Williams had his own. We'll go back and check that one real quick here on BRN. Just because it'd be better to show you that. But I don't see anything about Conklin's incident. Nothing showing up about Brian Conklin having a moment. Which is kind of absurd. But there's, oh man, just a big hit there for Williams. Yes, he got it back going, but he got right to pit lane. But mentioning that, though, Conklin, he's on pit lane. He has pretty much parked it for this race. It's going to allow Dubel to get another spot. That's more points than he's going to get. Bill Benedict currently stuck in 20th. He'll get by Albert Williams. Doing the math with 10 to go, I think Dubel can get the 81 as well. If he can run enough laps, he can also pass the 81 and get another spot, which would help both these drivers. It helps Benedict right now. He gets by Albert Williams for 19th. I think Conklin is out, so Dubel has one spot he can get. Grigsby and Souza still running, as is Benedict. They're all 2 or 3 laps down. Conklin is on pit lane. He's leaving pit lane now. Oh, that's big. He's leaving pit lane. So Dubel, I don't think, is going to be able to get that spot because of it. 3 laps behind the 37 car. Conklin comes back out on the racetrack, still heavily damaged. I'm shocked he's coming back out on track, but checking the point standings just in case I'm missing something here. Conklin is 31st in points, way off the cut line, but I guess every point matters. So he's going to go out and just try to run these laps the rest of the way to not let the 87 by, and also try to get by the 81 car to get that one extra spot before all is said and done in this race here tonight. he comes out in front of Double. He's going to wash way wide here in the carousel and let Double by on the inside. He got all his damage repaired. Hey, Conklin just got the required repaired. He's out there on the optional. Just going to try to finish this race. Mueller's gotten by Marble for 6th, by the way. Jeff Marble back to 7th. Jake Hickson's still right there. Oh, Double spun right in front of the 37. Gets it back going quick. No harm, no foul. Just needs to keep finishing these laps here so he can take another spot. But as you see, Mueller just going to see if he can find a way to track down Jacob Musso for 5th. That is a 4.5 second gap he'll have to cut in the next 9 laps. I don't think he can do it. Based on lap times, Musso is running pretty consistently good lap times as well. They might catch Ippolito, who's currently in 4th, trying to hold on for 4th. But we'll see. Ippolito was in 4th. Meanwhile, Marble and Hickson right there, nice and tight together. Battle happening here. This is for 12th. Tracy Powers, Brandon Taylor, Thomas O'Hara. They're all lapped down, but they're all right here, nose to tail, pretty much. Making their way down the front straight now. 7 laps to go in this race. Just trying for any spots you can get at the last minute. Of course, any spot's a spot. Points are points. Trying to hold off Jake Hickson, who's charging hard here through the S's. It's a battle for 7th place. Oh, I think we had a moment there, O'Hara. Our Powers and Sailor side by side through the carousel. And this is allowing Endermore Jr. to reel in this battle as well. It's about to be a 4-horse race. Powers actually slow there on the bottom, or on the right side of the track, I should say. It's going to let Sailor and O'Hara go. Moore is now in the picture as well. Sailor just trying to pull away from this battle now as O'Hara, Powers, and Moore now right there nose to tail as well. Coming to 5 laps to go this next time by. Hickson is still on the back bumper of Jeff Marble. They continue to battle it out here for 7th place. Coming to 5 laps to go this next time by. At that point, grab your spots where you can get them. Hickson's going to try something to find a way around that 15 machine as Tyler Marble hits 5 to go. 5 laps left in this race. Mentioned Conklin back out on track. This next lap, he'll pass Albert Williams. Brian Duble's about 3 laps behind him, so he'll get to at least 24th, I believe, is where, or 23rd, I should say, is where the 87 will finish, should he finish this race out. But Hickson losing time, a little bit of time there to Jeff Marble. Dixon tried thinking about it, but couldn't get there. Dixon starting to lose time on Jeff Marble, but Jeff, of course, in the chat with Tyler as he hit 4 to go. Just an impressive showing all around for this 48 team. Yet again, a road course ace, if you will. Marble's so good at these races, and especially good at this track. Mentioned it. He has 4 wins if he wins tonight. 4 of the 6 races that have run here, he'll have won in this league. Just an insane track record. You know, an insane level of dominance at one single track. I think, personally, for Tyler Marble. He's doing a fantastic job. Just continuing to run his race. He won it back in 21. He won it back in the last 2 races, 24 and 25. He's looking for a three-peat. Coming around to 3 laps to go. It's not over, but the clock has pretty much struck midnight just about. It's about like 11:55, I guess, if you will, in terms of striking 0 for these other drivers in this field. You know, if old Marty Reed were here with us in the broadcast booth tonight, you know, he'd say something probably along the lines of that hammering you hear. That's the sound of the nail of the final coffin on the rest of the contenders' hopes. Marcus Emerson second, Quentin Clark third, way back of race leader Tyler Marble. He's coming through turns 6 and 7. He's going to get 2 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Still got a battle on for 7th. Still got a battle on for 14th now, as it's Andrew Moore and Tracy Powers that are right there. Conklin has gotten by Albert Williams for 22nd, 23rd now up for grabs by the next lap. Brian Dubel will have it. I don't think Haynes has enough time to get past Albert Williams. We'll have to see, with it being 2 to go this time. But, you know, we went 11 races this season. We went 11 races this season without a repeat winner. 11 straight different winners in 11 races. Last week, Danny Gutierrez, he went back-to-back after winning Talladega, picked up the win at Texas as well. As hello, Greg Griesby. He's on the wall there on the inside, but he's out of the way. Gutierrez, back-to-back, Talladega and Texas. And then tonight, the favorite to win, I would say, Tyler Marble, is just dominating this one here. After starting second, Marcus Emerson had the pole. He took the lead, and he never looked back. He won the stage. He's led the most laps, and he's coming around this time to see the white flag. 1 more lap to go here at Watkins Glen. If you looked at the stats, if you looked at everything, you knew he was the favorite coming into this race. Marcus Emerson looked like he was going to put up a fight. So did Quentin Clark. Pit cycles went through. They are both 5 seconds back of each other. 5 seconds back of Tyler Marble. Quentin Clark and Marcus Emerson are still going to get the podium. They're still going to have a good finish. But the big thing that comes from this is Tyler Marble winning. It's going to be a big point swing for the number 48 machine towards the 94 machine. The points lead is going to tighten up just a little bit more after tonight. Quentin Clark, a fantastic job running in third tonight to still kind of mitigate any kind of gains that number 48 machine was going to make. Good day for Quentin Clark. Great day for Marcus Emerson. But a near perfect one for Tyler Marble. He's got just 2 corners left to go, and I imagine if he could, he'd stick the peace sign out the window like SVG did yesterday, coming up through the S's. He's coming through the final corner now, and he'll come to the start-finish line, Tyler Marble. He'll pick up career win number 31, win number 2 on the season, and he'll make it a three-peat at the Glen. He went to do burnouts there in turn 1, but didn't do it. So you all going back to see the battle for 7th. Jake Hickson could not get there, I don't think, to Jeff Marble. No. Marble is going to hold on for 7th. The rest of the field crossing the stripe, finishing their races as well. Haynes fell just a couple laps short of catching Albert Williams. Brian Dubel got it on the last lap. But up to the front, Tyler Marble. Trailing behind the 22 car, the pole sitter Marcus Emerson. Like I said, a good run tonight. A great run tonight for the 22, but a better run tonight for the 48. Near perfect. He took the lead, never looked back. A dominant performance by the driver of the 48, Mr. Tyler Marble. So he'll come to the front stretch. I imagine he'll slow her down a little bit, slam the brakes, and right about here, he'll start burning it down. Tyler Marble, winner here at Watkins Glen. He parks it here, continue to burn down a little bit on the start-finish line. And so, we'll take a look at our finishing results tonight. Tyler Marble, a 4.4 second victory over Marcus Emerson. Quentin Clark is in 3rd. Ty Ippolito comes home in 4th. A great day for him. Able to stay 4th pretty much the entire race. Just kind of where he sat and where he stayed in that 19 machine. Jacob Musso comes home 5th. Michael Mueller, a great recovery after a bad qualifying attempt. He'll finish 6th tonight, but what could have been more for that 99 camp. Jeff Marble comes home 7th. Jake Hickson back in 8th. Jared Bundy coming home 9th. And then it was Andrew Niedert who finished the race in 10th. You see TJ Bartle a lap down in 11th. Brandon Saylor 12th. Thomas O'Hara, Tracy Powers, Andrew Moore Jr., Wayne Grossi, Jeff Shutt, Cody Matthews. Then it was Bill Benedict, Glenn Grigsby. That was the top 20. All these cars, multiple laps down, incidents involved in or did not finish the race. Like mentioned, Brian Conklin, a DNF tonight, or he would have DNF tonight, but he got back out on track. Albert Williams, the DNF. Brian Dubel, again, him and Ryan Haynes both. Applause to both of them. They wrecked on lap 1. They were out of it on lap number 1, but they still sat in pit lane. They got their repairs done. They went back on the track, and they kept running because those points are so valuable. You never know how important it could be to get that 1 or 2 or 3 points that they got through this race. Like I mentioned, Dubel was in by only 14 points in the cut-line over Bill Benedict entering tonight's race. With the run he had tonight, he has a chance to stay ahead, and if he can keep putting together decent runs, he can stay ahead and possibly make the chase come Daytona. So let's take talking to some of our drivers who finished on the podium tonight. We'll first see if we can catch up with Quentin Clark. as I get everything kind of sorted. Pardon my silence there. We'll get a hold of first our third place finisher, Quentin Clark. Hey, Quentin Clark, it's tossing down in the booth. You got a copy. Oh, give me a second. Let me try that again and go again because I think I had you muted. Try that again. See if you can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I got you.
Alrighty. Well,
Can
it's
you hear
a
me?
yeah, I got you. There we go. And the broadcasting here
Yes,
is the
sir.
more important part because if I interview you and no one can hear you, did I really interview you? Third place run for you here tonight. You come home on the podium. It was really kind of just a battle between hoping Marble made a mistake, it felt like, but you still had a really good run. You qualified up front. You finished up front. Third place finish, the best you can do to mitigate the points gain that the 38 got. What was that race like for you?
that was really the goal. This has always been Tyler's race. I don't think that I've been here and he hasn't won at Watkins Glen since I've joined this league. So, we try every year to build something new with the setup that brings the battle to him. This year we fell a little bit more short than last year, I think. But overall, it's just getting really tight toward the ends of the run. I think it was just a little sunnier than we anticipated, but happy with the top three. I just didn't want to wreck. Honestly, it was fun to watch Marcus and Tyler, and hope they'd push each other and burn their tires up a little bit, and even if they did, I just keeping up with them. I was burning my tires up too. They're both really good road course racers, and kudos to them for the one and two, and just at a certain point, I was just like, I just need to manage the gap in case they make a mistake and just not finish outside of third to try to keep as much of a points deficit as I can because Tyler pretty much owns this place.
Absolutely. Well, you did your best. You did the best you could. Third place finish there. You're still, I believe, going to be the points leader exiting tonight's race, but the gap is going to be super tight between you and Tyler. Just what is that going to be like the rest of the season? Just kind of what's your focus going to be to try to maintain or even build upon the points lead?
Yeah, honestly, my goal was to just finish strong here, and honestly, the top 10 at Texas made a huge difference to me. I know that we maybe had a sixth or seventh place car last week. I don't remember if I finished eighth or ninth, but that's just like one of my worst tracks on the schedule. So I was just relieved to kind of minimize that points difference there because I know Tyler's strong there too. So we just had a stretch of tracks that I knew weren't my best, and now we're past those, and we survived them. Still got some top tens, and a top three tonight is great. So trying to take that momentum and have fun at the All Star race, and Charlotte's always fun. I love a longer race. I hope we get some good long green flag runs there, and yeah, just try to keep this points lead going in the summer if I can.
Yeah, that was the last question I had for you too. Next week we go to the All Star race, kind of an ease or a refresh, I guess, for the second half of this regular season. It's perfectly right there in the middle of between the first and last races, the midway point here. Race number 12 of 24 for the or 26, I guess. So not right, perfect. Don't listen to me. Never listen to me. But anyways, just how is that? To have that refresh to kind of get things focused and have a race like that next week where it's just kind of let loose and have some fun.
Yeah, I think I finished up runner up two or three times in the All Star race. It's typically, we've had it at North Wilkesboro at a short track the last couple of years. So it'd be fun to change it up, and it's still short track esque, but a lot faster. Dover is probably one of my top three favorite places. Honestly, I feel like it's being done dirty this year by being the All Star race, and I hope it comes back next year as something better. But I'm just looking forward to changing it up, maybe pushing a little bit more in the beginning instead of trying to save tires, just to have a little fun with it and try a couple different things and see where that takes us in future races.
Well, alrighty, it is a third place finish for you tonight, Quentin. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts, what got it done for you?
Yeah, huge shout out to Mach 5 Design. I'm thrilled to get this paint scheme. It's kind of newer, top three finally. It's been a minute since I've gotten to speak to you, which is a bummer. A huge shout out to Roger and Jacob and Andrew. We work our asses off on these setups every week, and spent a lot of time building this one. Didn't have as much time as we would have liked over the weekend to fine tune it and tweak it and practice with it. But I think Jacob, I think he touched it for the first time today actually, and for him to get a top 5 with a really loose setup and something really different from the fixed setup that he drove on in his race on Thursday. Kudos to him. Big shout out to my parents. Happy Mother's Day to my mama and my baby mama, the best mamas in the world. Love them both. And my dad, and he watches every week. And just everybody else who's gotten me this far to this point. Love doing this every week. It's a blast.
Alrighty, that's your third place finish tonight. Quentin Clark, he should maintain the points lead, but just barely over Tyler Marble, your winner tonight. Congrats on the third place run here tonight, Quentin. Yeah, congrats on the third place run, Quentin. And we'll see if we can dial up runner-up, Mr. Marcus Emerson. Hey, Marcus Emerson, it's Dustin Allen in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, you continue a stretch of impressive races, 3 top 5 finishes in the past 3 races, part-time effort, but you're still up there in points. What was that race like for you behind the wheel of that 22 machine tonight?
It was more stressful than I thought it would be. We had Tyler up in front of me and then Quentin stalking me from behind, so I really never had a chance to just kind of relax. I had to hit everything, just had to be perfect to stay second.
Yeah, perfect to stay second was definitely the factor, but you were able to stay perfect to stay second. You qualified on pole tonight, and for a moment, Tyler Marble looked beatable. What was that race like for you at the start, leading the race to green and kind of leading those laps before Marble got by you?
Well, I knew he was faster than me even after qualifying. This is just his track, so I knew eventually he'd get past me, and it was mostly just about hanging on, making sure I don't wreck him, he doesn't wreck me, just keep it clean and have fun with it.
Absolutely. Well, it's still a second place run for you tonight. You had fun with it. And like I said, you are up there in the points despite, missing a couple races. So what is that like for you just to continue to have the success you're having and having a chance at making the chase despite missing some races?
It's great. I mean, unfortunate that I missed Daytona. Just didn't even know about the league at the time. So wish I did know about that. Maybe be a little bit better in the standings. But just being where I am now is, acceptable, of course. But just got to keep going up there, keep getting good races. So whenever the chase does roll around, because it takes something catastrophic for me to miss at this point, and just get as many places I can up in the standings to have the best shot I can in the chase.
Alrighty, Marcus Emerson, it's second place run for you tonight at Watkins Glen. Teammates, sponsor, shoutouts. What got you there?
Shout out to you for showing up every week, broadcasting us, and shout out to Dane for crew chiefing me this race, and to the Marbles for putting these races on for us.
Well, alrighty, it is a second place run for Marcus Emerson. He continues his stretch of impressive races with another podium finish. Of course, he's continued on a great stretch, a great season for this 22 team. Congrats on the second place run, Marcus.
Thank you very much.
And now we'll get a hold of our race winner, Tyler Marble. The sponsor for the real life race is the Gold Bowling at the Glen, and if we had that sponsor here tonight, I guess we'd call what Tyler Marble has done to Turkey. 3 straight wins here at Watkins Glen. The other drivers have been saying it. This is his track, and he proved it once again here tonight. Here with our race winner, Tyler Marble. Tyler, first things first, congrats on the win. 3 in a row at this track. How did you do it?
Staying calm and hitting my marks. Yeah, I know. We got some good couple guys on the road courses, bringing me some competition, and after Coda, it was just making sure I do my part, staying calm, keeping my head on it, and just hitting my marks. Cause I threw that one away at Coda, even though I had multiple chances to win it, which that was just a crazy race. But yeah, just knew I had competition and just keep my head on straight and hit my marks and stay calm, and it worked out.
Absolutely, Tyler. Well, something about this track has spoken to you, obviously. You have been a winner here 4 times now. What do you like so much about this track that's led you to victory lane now for the 4th time?
keep that a secret. I do love that it's my hometown track, so maybe I take that to heart.
I'd say that's
But
plenty enough reason actually right there. I will say I'll spit a quick workshop theory I've always had is that people who have a home racetrack they're generally pretty good at it because they spend a lot of time playing it in different games and stuff. So I'd imagine you got a lot of hours in just about every racing game at Watkins Glen.
and it's like the Truexes at Dover, they take that place to heart, which coincidentally we're going there next week. So, but yeah, I don't know, I just love this place. Was there at the race again yesterday and watched another SVG show, unfortunately. But hey, still to be there is obviously pretty cool. And so, but yeah, I don't know. I love this place and I take it to heart, and it's one of the races that I refuse to lose. So yeah, I guess yeah.
All right, well, shifting gears from Watkins Glen tonight, we've got a reset next week, of course, the All-Star race at Dover, a week off from points racing, but you are now closing that gap for the points lead. What is going to be your focus entering Charlotte after next week to kind of start rolling into gear to trying to get that points lead from Quentin Clark?
Charlotte's a different freaking beast, especially with it being as long as it is. 200 laps ain't for the faint of heart. 2 hours just grilling, uh, digging away. You got to keep the tires on it. You got to stay composed. Uh, God, I don't know. And then just throughout the summer, just being consistent. Uh, and getting stage points this year, which is new, and finally won a stage, which plays a factor. And then just just staying consistent and top fives and wherever you're running, stay consistent, and things should come good for you later in the year.
Absolutely. Well, we'll go back to tonight, celebrating another victory, a dominant run for you tonight, Tyler. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts. What got you to victory lane again?
Uh, yeah, LA Wheelpair Specialist out of Richmond. I like to thank Brian Conkle for getting him on board again. Uh, you, of course, and Enrique. Uh, I have to give a shout out to that intro to this part of the interview. That was pretty clever. Simracer Hub, Iris Ring Flag, Admin Box, DA Designs, BMP, Big B Energy, Superior Templating, Ron Tonkin, and Gerber Collision. My teammates, everybody for showing up. 31 cars on a road course. Pretty freaking awesome. Let's do it again at Sonoma next month, and then the rest of the year. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. We hope you guys are intrigued with the All-Star format. I think we got something fun and intriguing, and we'll see you at Dover.
Alrighty, that is your race winner tonight. It's his fourth win and 6 starts at this racetrack. Tyler Marble, he's the king of the road course up here in upstate New York. Congrats on the win here tonight.
Thank you.
And so that will do it from us here at Watkins Glen. Mentioned, of course, Dover next week for this field. They're getting ready to head to their All-Star break. So we got points racing is off the table next week. It's all about racing for money or racing for a prize. So tune in for that one next Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. But of course, more racing to come. We've got tomorrow night. It is the second to last race of the season. The point standings are getting tighter. It's getting closer. It's going to be a battle for the ages for the Slide Job Racing League Championship after Atlanta left us with another Gavin Austin win and a bad finish by Yusuf Ghali. That points gap shrinking. It's still a shot. But we head to Pocono. That's Yusuf Ghali's playground. Can Yusuf Ghali clinch the title tomorrow night, or will we see Gavin Austin chip away at it more and give himself a chance at winning the championship in Charlotte in just 2 weeks, in just a week from tomorrow night? It's going to be a fun battle to the end here for the Slide Job Racing League Championship. You do not want to miss that tomorrow night, Tuesday nights, here on BRN. Let me just get a quick update on the points so I can hype it up a little more. I believe, like I said, Gavin Austin's right there with Yusuf Ghali. He is still right within striking distance for this championship, so it's still far from over. But of course, this Thursday night, it's the SoFa Racing League. They're heading to Talladega Super Speedway for a fun Super Speedway race before we head to an off week for them. We've got a super speedway race and the closing up here. Just 4 races left in the regular season before the chase fields are set. Tune in for that one, 9 p.m. Eastern here on BRN. Unless Ryan Bogey can't be here, in which case I'll try to stream it from in the cockpit. If I can't stream from the cockpit, we may not have it, but that's okay. We got plenty of other drivers that stream it for us, and we'll try to direct you where they can be. But that'll do it from us here tonight, here at Watkins Glen. I want to say thank you, as always, to everybody who shows up and shows out for these races. I want to thank you to the drivers for showing up and putting on the show for us, because if it wasn't for them, we have nothing to show you. And thank you, the viewers, for tuning in every week and watching these streams. It means so much to me to hear all the feedback and see everybody love watching these races back. Thank you again to everybody here on BRN. For Enrique Kugelon and Ryan Bogey, this is Dustin Allen signing off, saying so long, have a great rest of your night, and congratulations, Taylor Marble, your winner here at Watkins Glen. Take care, and good night, everybody.